Welcome back to The Breakfast Show 2. A new movie is being filmed here in Southeast Missouri, and joining us this morning is Brent McMinn and Richie Johns, who you both are working on this movie called Under the Surface. So first and foremost, tell us a little bit about this movie. What's it all about?
Yeah, so it's a story that we've taken two different girls' true stories as human trafficking survivors, and we've combined them into one character. And it goes through her journey of being abducted, being forced into sex slavery, and then her powerful story of recovery and being taken out. And we're partnering with a nonprofit in Texas called Pure Hope Foundation. That's where we met the two girls that inspired the character of Hope in our story, and we really get to see her recovery. And that's the part that we really want people to see.
Yeah, most definitely. And so why is Southeast Missouri the area that you guys have decided to film in?
Yeah.
Well, first off, I live up at the town of Patton. Everybody knows where that big city is. So, and I'm friends with the people that run Pure Hope Ministries in Texas. So when we decided to shoot, we felt like this would be a great area, and we wanted to incorporate some of the local people into the film. So we've invited a lot of extras and people from the community and churches and things around, and so it's exciting to be filming a movie here in Southeast Missouri.
It sure is. And so this idea obviously came about because it's a true story. Can you guys talk a little bit more about how, you know, this is a very powerful story that you guys are telling?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a story that we believe is going to change lives. We want to bring awareness to the subject, and we also believe that it's a story that needs to be told, and we need to bring more awareness to. And the two girls that they'll be coming up later on when we're filming, they're just very inspirational people, and we can learn a lot from them.
Yeah.
And it's been a blessing, and it's already impacting the lives of our cast and our crew and the community here that's been partnering with us as well.
Yeah, I could imagine that with a story that you guys are telling that is so powerful, and there's so much hope behind it, that it really is hitting some of the members hard. And I could imagine that reflects in the acting, and there's probably real emotion going on while you guys are shooting this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really tough watching it, even though I've been involved for 9 months now and read the script numerous times, and you know, even though when there's some of the abduction scenes that actually happened, and when I'm watching those, I mean, it brought me to tears just watching the rehearsals. And it's, you know, and one thing I've said, you know, as a father of 7 and a grandfather of 23 grandchildren, I have said that one of my purposes for producing this movie is I want every father and every mother that watches this movie to be so impacted that it brings tears to their eyes, and they say, you know what, that could be my daughter.
Yeah. Because
this is something that happens in every small town. And actually just this past week we got reports from a family friend that their granddaughter was almost abducted in a small town near here, and fortunately she had the presence of mind to lock the doors, and the vehicle was from out of state. That man tried to open the door and tried to, you know, and she was in there. So they called us, and we've heard this from several other people, and she told my wife with tears, you know, in her eyes, she said, listen, you guys have to make this movie. This movie needs to be made to bring awareness. So that's one of the things that we want to do. But we also want to show in this movie that no matter how you've been hurt in life, whether it's from maybe you were traumatized as a child, abused as a child, or came out of a bad relationship, that there is hope and there is life after trauma, and that you can thrive through proper community, faith, and for us, we believe an experience with God is a way that you can thrive. And so this movie is going to show that, but unfortunately it's a tough subject to show, but Richie's doing a great job you know, directing it, and I was very blessed to be able to hire them, and I'll let him talk a little bit, if you want, about some of his experience with working with The Chosen and
Brent was telling me, I guess, a few days ago that you had worked with The Chosen, a very popular TV show.
Yeah. Well, I am very blessed to have. I had a small capacity in that. My wife and I, we have a production company in Atlanta, and we're very close friends with a lot of the team that make The Chosen. And I've worked on season 2 and season season 3 a little bit, and we were out this past season 4 that's not out yet, but coming out soon.
Yeah.
And they're very close friends now, and we actually have some of our crew here that are in town that have worked on The Chosen, and also Jesus Revolution that was very popular that just came out too. And so very blessed to have a wonderful cast and crew that are behind me and supporting this, and really the performances like you were talking about, I mean, it's powerful what we're getting, and we can't wait for everybody to see it.
That's incredible. And so do you guys have a date of when people may be able to expect to see this movie?
Yeah, we don't have a date yet, but after we create, well, we finished filming, which we're here for the next 4 weeks here in Cape filming, but then we'll edit it and go through post-production, and we'll seek out distribution. So we're hoping for a release sometime next year, but depends on how quickly we can secure a studio to distribute it. So.
That is wonderful. I feel like we could talk about this subject all morning. It sounds like this is going to be such a beautiful movie, guys. Thank you so much for coming on and talking a little bit about it, and we will be right back.